In other news, what have the trapped miners in Chile come a step closer to?
Is it Christmas number 1?
Could be, you know. It could.
I think it's getting out, isn't it?
It is, of course.
It's getting out, and the good news is that Davina's going over for the evictions. Is it not? Actually, it's that the rescue pod has arrived, isn't it?
The rescue pod.
The thing that's going to pull them out has arrived. It's a lift. This thing is a lift, and it's got a microphone in it, so they can talk to the surface, and the surface can talk to them and say, "We apologise for the cancellation of your lift service."
I read that in there that this thing that they're getting lugged up in is like a metal coffin. It said it had Wi-Fi access. So I think if I've been in a mine for 2 months, the last thing on my mind when I'm getting pulled up to safety is checking my emails. Just being there being like, oh, look, Jeff's been on Facebook. He's thrown a bat at me. Ha ha.
You can tweet like, I'm in the cage, still in the cage.
How depressing, though, if you've been in there for 2 months, checked your emails, and you found you didn't have any emails whatsoever.
They've been told as well to lose weight for when they get taken up. It's like, how do you put on weight when you're in a cave for 2 months? It's like a coal mine. You're not going to suddenly turn around and be like, oh, look what I've just found. It's a Greggs. You went for that.
There's a fat vein here that we've been mining for a while.
They're being fed through... They're being fed down a big pipe, right? So they have a very restricted diet. Meatballs, anything that can roll, really. That's what they got. Prawn balls, Ferrero Rocher... If they're still in there at Christmas, they're all getting a Terry's orange.
Do you think are they fed like hamsters are? Do they walk to the thing and then take the pellet and then another one falls down and they go, I wanted the Ferrero Rocher, I got the meatball.
Actually, they're building little cells for them to go into as soon as they come out of the ground to be checked up for, you know, medically. And also, they've told... They're only like little boxes. And they've said they could have 2 family members in there with them as well, just in case it wasn't cramped enough. After they've just spent ages cramped down a hole, we're going to bring it out and cramp you in another little box. Don't worry, we'll cram another couple of people in that you know, just so you don't feel like too much of a sea change.
Well, really, I mean, what do you expect to do? Just put out like a field for them just to run around in circles, figures of a wee! Yay! Just running over the hill. Whee!
In short, yes!
And also, it doesn't necessarily be 2 family members. I mean, like, most of them, it'll be agents and ghostwriters. And people going, good news, Javier Bardem is lined up to play you in the movie. Hey! Bad news, you got Ahmed Jalili.
They're going to give them actual financial training, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
They're giving them...
And media training as well, yes.
Yeah, you know, because, I mean, let's face it, you don't need to have financial skills if you're one of those Chilean miners. If you want to be financially secure, all you've got to be able to do is fill in an overtime form and you'll be laughing.
They've sent them exercise videos so they can slim down, so they fit through the hole. They sent them exercise videos, but the first one, they said, we don't want this one. The guy doing it is too ugly, right? If people who have been under the ground for 7 weeks think you're too ugly, you are really ugly. If you've been under the ground for 7 weeks, Nick Knowles starts to look good.
There's a lot of speculation, isn't there, about what the very first thing they're going to do when they get to the surface is. You know, and obviously, the very first thing they're going to do when they get to the surface is this.
It burns! It burns! Okay, that's the end of that round. Of course, Chris, you and Jack.